So literally in 2020, I hadn't done a single race. The first race I did was the Billy Mills 10K, and that was virtual. And then when I saw they were taking Sanders Saunter and making it a virtual race, I thought, well, I had so much fun running that last year, and it was my return to running in a big way last year. I thought I have to do it again this year. All right, it's December 10th. I'm going to run 10K tonight. I'm at Hodge Park, and I'm running the virtual version of Sanders Saunter, the 10K. I pulled in, there were about 4 cars in the parking lot. They're all further up. So I'm thinking I'm gonna have the woods to myself. Let's go find out. I'm gonna take the camera with me, but it's dark and the GoPro doesn't shoot real well in the dark, so I probably won't get much footage, but I'll be back in 6 miles. I love this canopy in the dark. What a delightful run. I totally had the woods all to myself. I was a little worried that I might be underdressed. I mean, it is December 10th and I'm out here in short sleeves. I was a little chilled the first 2 miles. And then when I came out of the woods, this big open field, I was pretty chilled again, coming out sweaty, but felt great. And I think I managed to get a sub 12 pace, even with diddling around and shooting a little bit of film while I was out there. It was a really good night. Then Sherry suggested that you could actually do all 3 distances since all the money's going to charity. And I thought, that's a brilliant idea. That's exactly what I'm going to do. So I signed up for all 3 distances. 10K plus a 25K plus a 50K. That's 85K. That's pretty significant distance for a guy who hasn't been running the last 5 months. It's December 12th and I'm getting ready to run the Sanders Saunter 25K. I had planned to, since it's virtual, planned to run it up at Smithville. Smithville is actually closed because of a hunt they're doing up there. And many of the other trails are closing up because of the rain that we had. So I'm just gonna do urban, and I'm gonna do one big loop, 15-mile loop. But it's cold and it's wet, and I'm just kind of trying to get my mind wrapped around doing a long suburban, I shouldn't call it an urban run, it's more of a suburban run than running out on the trails. I just need to get outside and get going. Okay, enough dilly-dallying. I'm gonna get out and run in the cold. And I know I'll feel better when I get back and it's done. It's really nice having a new aid station near the house, even though I haven't used it yet. You know, COVID and all. The beauty was I got to spread it out over all of November and December. I tried to keep it as tight as I could, given the place that I am and adding mileage back on. So I did it in about 10 days time. Started with the 10K, which was a fantastic run, felt really good. And then we got a little bit of rain, so I couldn't do the 25K on the trails. I had to do that on the pavement. And that felt great. It was just a fun day of running by myself, a nice big giant 16-mile loop. What was nice about that was that it was the furthest distance I'd run since June. And then literally just a week later, I doubled that mileage and went from 16 miles up to 31. That felt pretty great. All right, 8 miles in to Sanders Saunter virtual. This feels much nicer than the white trail, doesn't it?
Yes. This is all better.
All right, 10.8 miles in to Sanders Saunter. Peter and I are back at the car, refueling, getting dry clothes on, maybe going to the bathroom. I'm at 16 and a half miles, which the furthest I've run since June has been 16 miles. So I'm into new furthest territory. It's a beautiful day. I'm feeling good. Got some good momentum with me. Let's see if we can get another 15 and a half in and get a 50K knocked out here. I thought I could wait until I got back to the car to empty the shoe out, but the rock or the leaf or the stick or whatever's in there is bugging me too much. I think I'm about 1.5 miles away from the car. I'm at the intersection of WTT, the Pulpit, and Old Granddad. Yeah, there was a lot of stuff in there. 19 and a half miles in. This old rusted seat isn't as easy to sit on as I had hoped it would be. I'd probably be better off just sitting on the ground. 22 miles in. If I don't lollygag, I keep moving. I'm well fed, I'm well hydrated. My legs are definitely feeling it. Let's see if I can get this done in 2.5 hours. All right, so start the clock. It just turned to 5:40. 2.5 hours would be 7, 10, 8:10. Oh shit, that's a really long 50K. But it's my first one in a while, so all right, let's see what we can get done. $26.2 miles, got my marathon in. It feels pretty doggone good to run a marathon after all these months of rest. But I'm not done yet. Got 5 more miles to go. A few more miles to go before I get beer.
Here comes Todd, virtual 50K Sanders Saunter. One last little hill before breaking the tape. Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
That's the great thing when you're racing against just yourself.
How you feeling?
Done.
Longest distance in a long time. Congratulations.
That felt great. I really needed that.
Way to go, man.
Sub 8.
Yes.
I left here, I was like doing some math, which I'm not real good at. And I was like 2.5 hours, and I was like, crap, that puts me in over 8 hours.
Yeah.
I gotta pick it up.
Turn it up, baby.
I turned it up.
Way to go. Look very angelic.
You mean like you're flying? Like, yeah. Yeah, hold them like up high, like that. There you go. There you go. All right. Ah, that's much better. Okay. Feeling good. I'm not sure you'd know that if you were looking at me walking, but I am.